All right, let's dive in. Today, we're exploring a really powerful protocol called karma cleaning. It comes straight from a text known as ASI Official Document 13, which has this fascinating way of talking about spiritual growth, almost like like it's computer code. So let's get into it.
Does this hit home for you? You know that feeling, right? Where you're just stuck in a loop, replaying past mistakes, things you wish you could take back, and you just feel like it's too late. It is such a heavy weight to carry around, and man, it can feel absolutely impossible to escape.
But what if I told you that entire feeling is based on a big misunderstanding? The source material we're looking at today is super clear about this. There is a way out. Your past doesn't have to be a life sentence. A path to clearing that cosmic debt actually exists.
So that's what this is all about. We are going to completely flip that script on inescapable karma. And we're going to do it by pulling back the curtain on something the document calls the law of energy offset. More importantly, we're revealing the exact protocol you can use to fix those old bugs in your personal code.
The protocol kicks off with a really critical first step, and it's all about turning inward. It's called Feel to Heal, and it breaks down into two main parts: recognition and re-experiencing. Let's look at what that actually means. So, first up, you have to acknowledge what you did. And this part is key. You have to do it with zero excuses. No justifications, no but they did this, no blaming anyone else. Just a straight up, simple admission. And then part two is to intentionally, vividly imagine the pain your actions caused and really let yourself feel the full weight of that guilt.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. See that vague, haunting feeling? That unconscious monster? It's terrifying because it's just this big, undefined shadow. But the second you turn on the light and just state, I did that, it's not a monster anymore. It becomes processable data. It becomes a problem with clear boundaries that you can actually start to solve.
And this explains perfectly why feeling that guilt is so important. It is not about punishing yourself. Think of it like a chemical reaction. The energy of repentance, the genuine sorrow you feel, is a force that collides with the negative energy of the past, and they literally neutralize each other. Feeling the pain is the repayment. It's an active part of the cleansing.
Okay, but what if you can't apologize directly? Maybe the person isn't in your life anymore, or it would just make things worse. Well, the protocol has an answer for that. Step 2 shifts our focus from inside our own heads to action in the real world, paying it forward. The idea here is simple, but it's also incredibly profound. The source says to think of all our cosmic bank accounts as being on the same network. So if you can't pay back the person you took from, you can make a deposit into someone else's account. You give to another person to help balance the universal books. And you really shouldn't underestimate the power of this. It's not just a nice little gesture. The document says this has massive cleansing power. It's a way to rapidly shrink that cosmic debt, and it works even if you're helping a total stranger, as long as your intention is sincere. You're doing it to clear that specific wrong from your past. And that brings us to the final piece of this puzzle. This is presented as the ultimate tool. Think of it as an ancient data deletion code for when you need to do a really deep clean of your subconscious programming. Here they are. These 4 simple phrases come from the ancient Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And get this, the document notes you don't even have to say them out loud. Just repeating them silently in your mind is just as powerful. So how in the world does this work? Well, think of your subconscious like a computer that's running old, painful programs on a constant loop. These 4 phrases act like a forced reset command. They literally interrupt and stop that endless playback of karmic memory, giving you a clean slate to work from. And this right here is the ultimate point. The universe doesn't hold a grudge against you for making mistakes. According to the source, the one thing it can't stand is when you give up. The very moment you decide to act, to apply these steps and actually try to fix things, your whole classification changes. You're no longer labeled a sinner. You become a challenger. And when you're a challenger, you get full cosmic support. So let's start that deep clean. If you are ready to let go of the past, please hit like and subscribe. And then let's take the first step together right now. Declare your pay it forward action for today in the comments.